All right, welcome to the Coach's Corner podcast, where we highlight various aspects of boxing and we talk about it. I'm your host, George Zayas, and alongside of me is my co-host, Dave Sieve. And tonight, our guest is Pat Russo, the director of New York City Cops and Kids Boxing Program, located here in New York. Pat, welcome to the Coach's Corner.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Awesome. So, Pat, a little bit about the program. You want to tell us a little bit about the New York City Cops and Kids and how you guys started and the genesis of it all?
Well, I don't know how far you want to go back, but it started 30 years ago.
Go back to your prenatal days.
I'll quote a line from The Jerk. I was born a poor black child. I don't know if you've seen The Jerk, but that's how it starts.
Nobody knows that movie. I know what movie you're talking about.
That's an old movie, Pat. That's an old movie.
Yeah, we're aging ourselves. Oh my God.
Well, I love boxing as a kid. I was that kid that for those of you that are 50 and older, when every Saturday afternoon when they would have Wide World of Sports.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you remember back at Wide World of Sports, they would have amateur boxing on. That's when really amateur boxing was probably one of the most popular.
Yeah, when USA used to go fight the other.
Right, and it used to be cool. They used to have boxing matches every week with USA versus the world. It used to be USA versus Cuba, USA versus Russia, USA versus all the country. And I couldn't wait to go home and whatever I was doing in the park, run home to watch that. I loved it. And I went into the academy in 1984. I saw a sign on the wall, joined the NYPD boxing team. And that's I fell in love with the sport.
So let's talk about how you, as pretty much a rookie cop, opened up your first boxing gym. How many years do you have on when you would open up your first PAL boxing gym?
Well, I only had 2 years on the job, believe it or not.
So here you are, you're a rookie, you're walking a foot post, and you come into this park, and it was back then in Brooklyn. Brooklyn was a mess. It was drugs all over the place. They needed someplace for kids, and you, as a 2-year rookie, opened up a boxing gym.
Well, how I ended up doing it is I joined the NYPD boxing team, fell in love with the sport, and as a rookie, they pulled me off of patrol because the 7-2 was a model precinct for community policing at the time, and they wanted to get cops that they felt weren't tainted by the job yet. The whole job sucks crowd, and they said work with the community, find out what problems were facing that community, and go and fix the problems. In Sunset Park, like every neighborhood throughout the city, the problem was drugs and gangs. And the kids were getting involved with drugs, and they were all joining. Sunset Park at the time was Latin Kings, Papachulos, Nietas, MS-13. So it was bad. It was very bad. Bringing up a kid in Sunset Park was very difficult because you had to keep them away from the drug dealers that were trying to recruit them to peddle drugs in the street.
We're going to fast forward a little bit because this is two little snap fight. All right, so you opened up the gym, and then eventually you became the director of the New York City PAL boxing program.
Right. We opened up the gym, and we did it as a crime fighting initiative initially, and then it just if Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come.
Right.
And it just developed into really, you know what it is today. Today it's probably one of the premier amateur boxing programs in the country.
Okay.
And it's because we are here in New York City, and it's needed so badly in New York City. I think it could. Go ahead, Dave.
Go ahead. No, I was saying because a lot of people are out there and they're saying this is a police show. It's not a police show. It's a boxing show.
Right.
But George Zayas, Dave Steve, Pat Russo, with 3 retired police officers, and we advocate for these boys and girls clubs, for these PALs. We advocate that the police should come out there and help the kids in the community in this way. And this is something that we believe in. And our roots are with Pat Russo, who's a little bit older than us, as you can see from these and that he was our predecessor, and then I joined Patty, and then George joined me, and we're still doing this.
Right. And what appealed to me the most was the actual helping of the kids, the youth, before they find themselves in a situation where maybe it might not be beneficial to them later on in the future. And I thought the boxing program was an excellent program to keep these kids, because initially I thought just the boxing program in the police department is just guys that were into boxing. I didn't realize that there was a different aspect of it, was to get kids off the street. You know, as a police officer, I never really wanted to put any child that might ruin his future into jail if we didn't have to. And I think this is an excellent program. And, I commend, and that's why I joined you guys. I was fascinated by that aspect of it. And that's why I joined you guys in this mission.
All right. So the history is Pat Russo is pretty much in the PAL. He's a retired police officer. And as an active police officer, he becomes the director of PAL boxing. I come in, I start running NYPD boxing, and I get all these smokers, smoker talk, and we start building money. All that money goes to charity. We cannot make money as police officers. That money goes to charity for the New York City PAL. And then George Zayas comes in with the technology of live streaming and joins us. So Patty, the PAL is out of the game. Talk about New York City Cops and Kids and how our program has 3 Olympians in the last 3 Olympics. Talk about that.
Well, we currently have 3 gyms. We got one in Flatbush, Brooklyn. We got one in Park Hill, Staten Island, and we got one in the Berry Houses in Staten Island. Out of the gym in Park Hill, Staten Island, run by Gary Stark, a retired correction officer, we had an Olympian come out of there in 2012, Marcus Brown, who is a pro fighter today, and he's, off the top of my head, I can't think of his record. It's like 20-1, right? He was interim world champion, and I'm sure he's going to get that belt back soon. Then in 2016, we have a gym in Flatbush, Brooklyn. We had Richardson Hitchens, who made the 2016 Haitian Olympic team. He got knocked out of the American. I think he made it to the second round of the qualifiers, and then he got knocked out, and he went to the because he was originally born in Haiti, so he went to Haiti and he made the Haitian Olympic team. Then in 2020, we have another kid out of our Brooklyn Flatbush gym, Bruce Carrington.
And he's here tonight, by the way. He's here. He's on the actual.
It's either him or his father.
I guarantee it's both, because you usually don't see them separate.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're both on. Shu, what's up, Shu?
Okay,
so you could correct me. So 2020, Shusha will be fighting. Well, now with the coronavirus, it'll probably be in 2021.
Right,
be fighting in Tokyo, representing America.
Okay, so I just want to put out to the people out there, I don't know if they realize, but we have a strong boxing program. How many other boxing programs do you know in 3 Olympics, 3 consecutive Olympics? We have somebody from our program fighting in Olympics. That's not even counting, how many countless other kids we have doing well. We got Rashad Mahdi, and we have Nikita.
Dave, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this year we had actually 8 kids qualify, make the qualifiers. Yeah, right. Which was incredible to have 8 kids from one program.
It's amazing.
In New York City,
amazing.
Yeah. So this is something that we're doing. So we're going to get more into it, and hopefully, as we grow, we could expand to the other boroughs of the city. But it's going to be a program. Now that I'm retired, I am actually going to be coaching in the gym full time, working with these kids as well. And George is going to be a full-time technician, trying to live stream this. And Patty, you're going to be what you've always done. You're going to be our director.
There you go.
So that's what we got going on.
All right, so I want to give a. I'm sorry, go ahead. You would say something, Pat?
No. Well, that's our ultimate goal is really to get a gym in every borough throughout the city. When we were the PAL, we had a gym in every borough throughout New York City, and when they disbanded the program, we had to cut back to 3. But that's our ultimate goal, is to get back. Just think how successful we were with three gyms. How successful we can be with represent with a gym in Queens, a gym in Manhattan, and of course a gym in the Bronx.
Yeah, that is our goal. And then also one of our goals is that, and this is something that we do with USA Boxing in New York City, the New York City area, and you know, we're talking about the surrounding whatever suburbs there. So we also help run the Ringmasters Championship. We essentially, when the Daily News pulled out of the Golden Gloves in New York City, you know, there was nothing, and we work with Sonia Laminakis and Ray Quadrado from Brotherhood, and we started basically live streaming the boxing, and we got the Ringmasters tournament. They are back in Madison Square Garden, and these kids have something to fight for, and they're doing very well.
Yeah, and why don't we take this this opportunity to shout out some of the viewers that are on right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have Lewis Ferguson. He's tuned in. He's on YouTube. We want to give you a strong shout out and welcome to the program, everybody that's tuning in right now. If you'd be kind enough to share the link with other people that are into the boxing, you know, here, the amateur boxing in New York City. We have Steven Standing Rock, also, you know, one of the fans of the show. We want to give a shout out to him. He says that we put some comments up here. He says he doesn't have the Mississippi accent from what you said earlier, Pat. So some of the funny comments.
Danny Rock is showing his age too.
Yeah. And Dana is also, she says, Patty, I'm here. Hey, guys. Hey, welcome. Sam Clare is also checking in. Bruce Carrington that we just talked about.
Sam Clare's son is a Golden Glove champion, Henry Clare.
And he's on the broadcast as well. We want to give a shout out also to Tony Schultz, Ray Campbell, Luis Lopez, Sonia Lamanakis, LaRon Rody, Nathan. I'm sorry if I chopped.
Rody 7-7.
Okay, that's right. And he's a Ringmasters champion from 2019.
Yes, he is.
We also have on the broadcast Nathan Mongolan. I'm sorry if I'm chopping up your name. Jeffrey Richards
from Flappers Gym.
That's right. And he's also from Corrections, right? Doesn't he run the Corrections program?
Oh, yes, he does.
Corrections program. He says that the beard looks good. It's a good fit. I don't know about that, man.
Jeffrey Richard can eat 10 chicken wings and still survive a 3-round amateur fight. I've seen him do it, you know, and I think it was more like 20 chicken wings. You know, I don't know what it was. He can't win a fight with that many chicken wings in his stomach, but he can sure fight.
There you go. Yeah, horrible. All
yes.
Right. Vern Ken is on. He says, good evening. Timothy Tyndale. Great name, by the way. Who else we have on? Tony Schultz. Tony Schultz is in the house.
From Ohio, I believe.
Yeah, so.
Can I give a shout out and talk about the 3 gyms?
Shout them out, Patty. Shout them out.
All right. Well, we got our Brooklyn gym. Actually, in Brooklyn, we have 4 coaches in that gym because it's really a big gym, and we probably get 40, 50 boxes in there every day. We got almost 1,000 kids registered in that program, and the coaches of that program is Arellano Sosa, Keto Bracero, Sarah Deming, and Benny Roman. And I know if you're into pro boxing, you know those names because you've seen them in the corner of a lot of really up and coming professionals, including Chris Primetime Colbert.
Colbert, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's really an up and coming. And I don't know if you ever saw the documentary Counterpunch. Thanks, Dave.
Right.
Dave's also my brain. when we first teamed up, a lot of people called us Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, They still do.
One of the comments that came in right now from Danny, he says, "Great job, guys. These programs are valuable, game changer for the youth. And we do it because of you guys, and we thank you for availing us the opportunity. Also for USA Boxing Metro, with Wade Quadrado and Sony Lamanakis, we thank you so much for having us, and allowing us to broadcast a lot of these young people that we want to give them FaceTime. We want to be able to have." Have them be shown around the world, and this is the platform to do it. So we're working on that. We want to say hello also to a friend of the show, Wavy Gravy's on.
That's Benny Roman.
That's Benny.
That's our coach in Brooklyn.
There you go. All right. So what are the now that we're in this COVID and the boxers, what are they doing to stay fit and to try to be ready for 2020? I'm thinking, I don't know if the year is shot. I'm not sure. But if it is, what are they doing to stay sharp for 2021?
Well, I'm praying that they're eating right and they're doing a lot of strength and conditioning while they're home. Obviously, they can't get much sparring in, but I'm advising them to do a lot of running, a lot of intervals, a lot of sprints in between their 3-mile runs, to throw in 40-yard sprints in there, and they got to do a lot of calisthenics and shadow boxing, and do a lot of strength training.
All right, and we've seen you. Obviously, I saw you on social media getting it in too.
I was trying to inspire them.
What's that, Dave?
He was on his bike, I believe, right?
Yeah,
that was a Peloton.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't want to leave out the other two gyms.
Sure.
And in Park Hill, we got Gary Stark is the head coach there, retired correctional officer, and we got Efren Carrera. There's two trainers over
And
in
Gary
Park
Stark
Hill.
has been with world champions and pros, and he's got that whole Russian, Eastern European,
Demchenko
from Havoc. They got a lot of fighters that are doing well in the pros.
Right. If you follow PBC fighting, you see them on there all the time, cornering real upcoming fighters. And in the Berry Houses is our newest gym. We got Lou Manfra and Pat Basciano, and they've been giving us quite a few Golden Gloves champs in the past few years. Now ringmasters. That's right. One Golden Gloves champs and now ringmasters, and we got a couple of kids from that program that might be facing each other in the 152-pound open class coming up. And I know they're on there, and they better be training. They should be jogging in place as we're talking now.
I saw who did I see? Demonte jumping rope.
Yeah,
he was moving pretty fast. I was very impressed with him. So
that's his forte. He's got great conditioning.
Yeah, and he can move. He's smooth. All right, so we're gonna go into now the second coach's corner.
Before we do that, again, we just want to give a big thank you to everybody that's tuning in. We're very happy that you guys are here. And what else? I was gonna do something. I was gonna put something on, but we'll just jump into the coach's corner. Yeah, this is part of the coach's corner. This is the other half of the show. Pat, you're welcome to stay.
Stay with us, Patty. Don't be a flat lever.
All right, hurry up! I gotta watch Tucker.
I
think Tucker's watching us. How about that?
Probably. We're on in the background.
All right, so we're gonna go into that, Dave. Right? You want to jump into that?
Actually, can you pull it up on YouTube on our channel, the Jolt Punch, and then we could talk about that, and then we could go from there.
What do you mean jump? Go right to YouTube?
Yeah, it's our channel. We have the Jolt Punch up there. So if you could share the screen with that, if you could share the screen with the Jolt Punch.
Okay, you have prior, man. What's the matter with you, man?
you know what? I thought I could get it up on my channel, but I don't seem to. All right, so this is what we're doing. This is something.
Hold on, let me work on it.
Okay, so let me talk about it while you're working. So this is something that I started. I started the Coach's Corner, and basically I'm going over some techniques. That's pretty much for the younger fighters, although some of the other fighters can use it as well, and the nooks and crannies. One of the things that that has come up in my life is this anime. It's a Japanese boxing anime called Hajime no Ippo. Hajime no Ippo, right? And he calls about like these crazy punches, and that's where I first discovered the Jolt punch. So I took a look at a few different YouTubes and tried to do it. So here's my Coach's Corner number 1. Go ahead, George. Play that video.
It's from the archives. It's called the Jolt punch, something different. So the idea is your weight's on the front foot, and now you're dropping. And as you're dropping, you're letting the punch go. You can't do it with the right. It's better with the jab, I would think. Okay? So it looks like this. So here, and notice when I turn the hand over. So it's here. And it looks here. I'll go ahead. Here. Here. Okay? With the right hand, a little bit different. I have this loaded up. So I'm here, 4. Right? Here. Right? And go from here. This one. Again. 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 Jolt punch. Back from Jack Dempsey back in the day. Right? Something just to play around with. Smoke talk.
Okay. So there you go. And that is the Jolt punch, the way I see it.
All right, here we came out of the egg.
Oh. What's going on here? Let me get that. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. What the heck is going
Mark
on?
tried to look young with his haircut.
What is that?
I think we got hacked.
It's the computer. Oh, got it.
Is it my computer or is it yours?
No. That was the YouTube playing in the background, but we're good now.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over Jeff Richards says he's for the shout out of the chicken wings.
Hey, thank you for the super chat, man. That was really generous of you. We really do appreciate that. That helps the channel go a long way.
Right. I'll even buy you some chicken wings the next time I see you. So if we're gonna go into the thing, all right. So let's go into what the Jolt punch is. It's something pretty interesting, and I looked into archives and I had it. Keep your right hand strong. Okay, I will. I think. All right. So you can let me share the screen. How do I even share the screen?
You gotta go on the computer, Dave.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen right now. Am I on?
No, you didn't share anything. we got.
I am. It's just not showing. It says I'm sharing.
You gotta hit the share screen button.
I did. I hit the
Click on the picture. Remember that?
Yeah, I did. Here we go. Yeah, I'm sharing. You got the whole screen covered. You got
No, it's not up there, Dave. It's not on our live stream.
All right. I am sharing.
How about we talk boxing?
Yeah.
Give us a different view, George.
I'm sorry.
Give us a different view where we have a different view. All right. Let me just see. I'll go again. All right. I got share the screen. I click the picture and it says share.
Okay, we got it. It's up.
Okay. That's what I said. All right. Okay, so let me go to the film and let's take a look at the Jolt punch with real fighters. It's going to take me a second to do this. Right, you got me, George?
Yeah. So we're bringing up. That's Riddick Bowe there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Riddick Bowe versus Buster Mathis Jr., who eventually upset Mike Tyson.
Okay, so Riddick Bowe, he was a 1988 silver medalist, and he defeated Holyfield in 1992 to hold the WBA, WBC, and an IBF title. So that's a little background on this guy, so you know who he is, and he's from Brooklyn. He's actually a Brooklyn-born fighter.
Bed-Stuy. All right, so let's watch. Let's watch this. Okay, here's the Jolt punch. Boom. All right. All right, so let's break it down. Step one, you put your weight on your front foot and you pause. There it is. Now, he's a big guy. You're talking about 250 to 270 pounds. You can see the weight on his front foot, right?
Right. Right. I hear somebody hammering in the background there.
That ain't me. I got no idea what that is.
That's one of my fireman neighbors. Building a shed in his backyard.
That's good. All right, then.
I apologize.
Right. So now, all right, let's go with step two. Step two, fall forward with the same front foot. All right. So instead of going with your right foot, now you're going to fall forward. Patty, maybe you can mute the audio on your thing. All right. So we're coming forward. And now he's stepping forward. It's very hard to see with Riddick Bowe. He doesn't exaggerate the motion, but that's 250 pounds coming forward on his front foot. So it looks like a little trip. And step three is you're going to punch as you're falling forward. And watch the back. You can see his back foot come up. That is a very hard punch. And that is the jolt. All right, let's see it again in real time. Put it all together. Boom, there's a jolt. All right, so let's watch Marvin Hagler's version of it. Hagler was a champion. When was he champion, George?
He fought in the 70s and 80s, and he was an undisputed middleweight champion from 80 to 1987. So he held that crown for 7 years.
And he was the man. So one of my favorite fighters. Let's watch him watch him fight Vito Antuofermo. Watch for the jolt. All right, so again, remember, you're looking for him to put his weight forward. He puts his weight forward and then just hops forward. That was a jolt right there again. There it is. You see, there's a little pause. There's a little pause in the punch. He puts his weight forward and then lashes forward. That was like almost a jolt right here. Forward, that's kind of a jolt. That's not as good. Here it is. Bang. We're going to see a couple more. That one the ref blocked. Boom, and that's a jolt. Okay, and now Pac-Man does a jolt. Let's watch him do it versus De La Hoya. Pac-Man's been fighting. From what year has he been fighting, George?
He's been fighting since 1995. He's considered one of the greatest professional boxers of all time. You guys know him. He's still currently fighting. So you know this is the Pac-Man. I mean, he's been around forever competing.
So he does a rear hand jolt punch. Watch him do it. There it is right there. So that famous punch that Pacquiao does, where he almost falls forward on his face, that's a jolt. That's one right there. And here's a good version of it coming up now. Bang.
And I think that was the same punch that he knocked down what's his name in his last fight. So we're gonna move on. I'm sorry, I apologize for not having the name down. But Aaron Pryor versus Alexis Aguero.
Right now, Aaron Pryor does it a little bit differently. Aaron Pryor hops around. Part of the jolt punch that has to do with the jolt punch is that you're shifting your weight back and forth. It's really it comes out of Jack Dempsey from back in the day. So you square up a little bit and you put it in. Everybody has their own little style, but Aaron Pryor had his own style. He's very herky-jerky, hard to deliver. So let's just take a look at it right here. And if you notice, Aaron Pryor is very hard to predict. So he's perfect. And that was it right there. You see, that was it. So I don't know if I could pull that one back, but that's a quick one. Let's see if I could, pull it back.
Now, Dave, let me ask you a question. What does that have all these old boxers have to do with boxing today?
Well, you know what it is. Some of them still use that punch. I mean, Pacquiao used that punch. It's just something to look at for the kids to practice out there, for people to know it exists. And this one I just particularly like because it was in the Japanese anime they were talking about. I did a little research on it, and here you go. And if you could just take a look at it, what it is that they stop and they throw. So they kind of put their weight on the front foot and go. And then talking about back in the day, we got Jose Torres.
Yeah, Jose Torres. By the way, just so you know, some interesting facts about him. He was a 1956 silver medalist. He held the WBC and WBA lineal light heavyweight champions. I got a chance to meet him many years ago when he was alive. A true gentleman, and I was very honored to meet him, especially because, you know, from his heritage, that's where my heritage from Puerto Rico.
All right. Now, speaking of heritage, now, what you call it? Jose Torres is one of 3 champions that Gus D'Amato trained in the peekaboo style.
That's right.
The other was Floyd Patterson, and then, of course, Mike Tyson.
That's right.
They relate back to Jack Dempsey, and they also use this kind of style.
And he's the one with the white shorts, just so
right. Yeah.
Don't know.
Absolutely. So if you want to look at it, here's his Jolt. And I didn't even highlight it. So if you come here, boom, and you can see him falling forward. This is the Jolt jab. Okay, there we go. So that's something hopefully that you can enjoy with us.
And a lot of our coaches do utilize that punch training our kids. Absolutely. I don't know if you watch Chris Colbert, but he does it all the time. He can do it southpaw and he can do it orthodox.
Okay, right. And some of them probably don't even call it the Jolt punch. They probably
I'm sure that they don't, but it's
right.
It's definitely an effective punch.
Yeah. So it's something different. Buster Douglas upset Mike Tyson, not Buster Mathis. Oh, that's right. Thank you. All right. I got the Busters mixed up. Thank you. Right. Shoo check me. Thank you. And Tyson is from Brownsville. I know somebody from Brownsville. I'm trying to think of who else do I know from Brownsville.
Oh, he says don't cheat us.
Bruce is from Brownsville. Bruce, you're going to be on there. Right. All right. So it's Buster Douglas, not Buster Mathis. Yeah, absolutely. You know, how many Busters can there be out there? But apparently there's a few. All right. So anyway, right. Yeah, everybody has a little bit of a peekaboo style, a little bit different. We're going to just highlight different aspects of boxing. I personally like all the different movements that people use. And that's what I'm trying to do in the Coach's Corner now. You know, everybody is not made to fight the same. Different bodies, different set of skills. And I think in Cops and Kids, we got a ton of different styles.
And if you look at that, it depends on who's coaching them. You could tell and I know you do, Dave, you could tell which coaches by the fighters, how they fight, which coaches train.
Especially with Baciano. He's got everybody moving. Anybody that Pat Baciano trains has worn out their shoes like several times because he literally has them moving in all kinds of directions and taking different types of steps. And I think that's a great thing.
He will not let you throw a punch until you get your legs right. And everything really comes off your legs and your distance.
Right. And then Sosa could train like anybody.
Sosa's the inside fighter. No one could train an inside fighter like Sosa.
Right. But he does train different styles of fighters.
No, he does. He adapts well.
He adapts to the fighter style, which is something good. And I like it. I like different styles. I like different fighters. I like different things. So this is just one of the aspects we're going to highlight. We're going to try to highlight this. I don't know how many people are out there right now watching, but I hope they like it, and I hope they're enjoying us on what you call it,
the Coach's Corner.
On Coach's Corner on IG and Facebook and Twitter. I'm trying to tweet that. Dwayne Johnson asked, any advice to get hand speed? Yes. Stop eating so much, Dwayne. You are incredibly heavy, and it's slowing down your hand speed. No, yes. I'm actually I'm gonna go over hand speed a little bit better. Hand speed, I think, is pretty much the God given. But if you get your feet faster and you get your feet faster in coordination with your hand speed will get faster. That's something.
All right, then thank you for that question. And if you have any questions, yeah, definitely type them in. We'll definitely try to answer them as many as we could. Bruce Carrington Jr.
Right. Now, is he going to join us? Is he going to join us? Not today, but in our next show. Are you going to be one of our guests, Bruce?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm answer that. I'm going to let him. How do you answer for it? He's very Italian.
I'm his manager. I can answer for him. Bruce will be on.
Okay. I want to see it and talk about his Olympic journey, which has been stalled because of the COVID. And that
would be a great conversation.
Yeah, that'll be our next show. So
and then Roy Johnson says he's a lovable size, Dave.
yes, as every teddy bear should be. They should be a lovable size. If we had him in a carnival, all right, Bruce says he'll be part of the next show. If we had Dwayne Johnson in a carnival, we would put him up on something that you got to shoot at, to win him as a prize because he's lovable. And the kids will go crazy. We can make money to support Cops and Kids gyms in that way.
Not him alone in a carnival.
Yes. Just have people throw, I don't know, water balloons or baseballs and try to dunk them a few times. And then one of the 3-year-olds will get to take him home as a big teddy bear.
Bruce Carrington says he will be part of the next show, so we got confirmation for that. We thank you all. Dave, I think we pretty much covered everything on this first episode of the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Smoker Talk Boxing.
Yes.
All right, so
Bell.
that means the bout is over.
This is it. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. For tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for your generosity, Jeff, for your generosity towards the program. We do appreciate. We do have some costs to get this thing going, and we appreciate any donations that you.
Speaking of which, did you get our Venmo up and running?
Not yet, because and I'll
start taking donations from you critters out there, from you fans.
Well, we don't. I don't want to put up the Venmo just yet because my name's attached to it. And I don't think that's right. It's kind of fugazi, it seems a little fugazi. But we will put that in. If you guys could, on YouTube right now, whenever we go live, there's a button down there if you want to click on it. We appreciate it. It helps us towards keeping these shows alive and paying for the technology to do it.
All right. I gotta shout somebody out. Robert DiBattista, he was one of my detectives and he was one of Patty Russo's cops. And
he's a good man.
Yes, and I'm surprised that I corrected his English grammar several times when he was typing up DD5s for me,
All right, so you're taking care of some of the reports and you corrected his grammar. Okay.
Imagine getting corrected by me, the way I talk. The problem is I do know how to write. No matter what I sound like, I'm somewhat educated.
All right, shout out to Chris James also for checking in. Thank you, guys. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show. I think that's about it, right? Any parting words tonight, Pat, with the program and to any of the viewers out there?
Thanks for having me as part of the initial broadcast. I'm honored.
We got to shout out Patty's store, Chef's Choice. Patty, do you have toilet paper there? Forget all the meats and stuff there. Do you have toilet paper?
I have toilet paper. I have oxtail. I have goat. I got ackee. I got curry. I got it all.
If you're not Caribbean, you don't know. But my wife, who's Cuban, is like waving her hand. She wants oxtail. She wants ackee, and she wants that saltfish. You got the saltfish.
I got the saltfish. Best oxtail in Brooklyn.
Oh man.
Well, thank you so much, Pat. Once again, tune in next week, everybody. 8:00 on Tuesdays. This is going to be the regular schedule. It's going to be Tuesdays at 8:00. We're going to bring you some more Coach's Corner, and also we're going to have some fighters come on and some people very important to the fighting game here in New York City, and you'll be able to hear from them. Any last words, Dave? Any parting words?
I think we're quickly going to expand on this. If it's something that people like, we're definitely going to expand to a couple days a week. definitely. Even if I got to just do it myself all the time. No, I'm kidding. But no, we will definitely do this.
All right. And first of many, says Chris James. Well, thank you so much, guys, everybody, for tuning in. We do appreciate all of you. And that's it. For Smoker Talk, the Coach's Corner, we'll see you guys. Have a good night.
Peace.
Yeah.